What am I building that will work for me when I'm not working? And stop thinking like an employee, think like a business owner with your investments. Welcome to the Path to Passive podcast, where we talk about building wealth and empowering lifestyle through commercial real estate investing for tech professionals. I always wish that other tech professionals reaching financial freedom had documented their journey along the way, so I'm doing it for the rest of us. Join as we explore stories, many failures, and lessons learned along the way. I hope you enjoy and subscribe. Hey, in this episode, I want to talk a little bit about the concepts of not only ROI, return on investment, but also ROE, that return on effort, and how shifting your mindset from income first to ownership first can help to unlock financial freedom. I want to talk about a framework that I'm using to transform the approach that I think about investing and how I've changed that over time and how it can help tech professionals. Many of you, my peers, can apply the same principles in your careers and financial portfolios. So let's dive in. One of the things I think about here is to think about being a business owner in your investments. And I found myself asking time and time, what am I doing that's paying for myself? How am I adding value to the business? And I think about myself as, well, really human capital in a business, but I'm doing something, as well as the money that I'm putting into an investment becomes, well, capital that I'm putting into something else so that it can work, right? So, an example here, in business, if you're paid to add value, let's say you're getting paid 100,000, 200,000, whatever, the business expects you to generate at least that much in value. But in reality, you're expected to bring in multiples of that. So, this is something that I had to shift, from just earning more money to asking, what am I doing that creates value? So looking at this from a business perspective. And it doesn't matter where you are. You could be working in a service team, helping to code and build product, or you can be working, as a solutions architect, a technical account manager, an account manager. You could be, a manager. It doesn't matter. But in every single way, you should be thinking about, how is it? What do I do that helps to create value for a customer so that that customer ultimately, well, puts a product in their hands so they want to buy, right? And so the framework that I'm thinking about as a business owner is is really asking, what is the return on investment? What is the return that I provide the business, both financially and in effort, right? Just like this business hires employees to bring in value. When you are making investment, you're hiring teams or capital to do that work for you. It's all about understanding that return on effort and really how to maximize that for your investments. So, a key idea to look at your investments is really like a business. When you hire a person to do a job, you expect them to pay for themselves and then some, just like we talked about. And so if you look at your investments, think about, well, how many multiples of return am I getting for this investment? Or what am I getting for this? Right? Am I really looking at something and thinking, this is a really good place for me to not park your money, but get your money to work for you? And so that's the point. And so when you're looking at your investments, you're looking at your money and you're investing, you have to be asking that question, really a principle of, how hard is my money working for me? And I think, that this might resonate with any of you listening here too, which is, I want my money working harder for me than I'm working, ideally, right? And so that's the point. All of the money that you have places, all this capital that you're putting somewhere as investment, or really each dollar is an employee that's going to work for you. So that's one way you can think about that. And so if you have your investments that are generating a steady cash flow, well, your money employees are making money back for you. And that's how I'm talking about bringing this business mindset, this to your investments. And you can kind of reverse the flow to whatever it is that you're doing in your job as well. Anyway, the money that could replace a portion of your income with that steady cash flow. And so this way your job becomes more and more optional, which is kind of the definition of, well, financial freedom in a sense, because you have that freedom where all of your investments are covering your expenses. They're covering everything that you need so that you do not have to work anymore, as an example. So That's really the point here. And this is just something that I wanted to share, just a nugget that I have here. And I really gave me an unlock here because I wanted to look at that question. How do I provide value? How can I think about, um, you know, businesses, what businesses are doing and take some of those principles and bring it into my investing as well. And that's just what I wanted to share today. It's kind of a short one, but I I thought would be kind of a one just to kind of to chew on. So I would say if this resonates with you at all, take the 10 minutes tonight to think. What am I building that will work for me when I'm not working? And stop thinking like an employee, think like a business owner with your investments. And if you want more nuggets like this, please join the Rita Capital newsletter. Every 2 weeks, I share investing frameworks, additional episodes, and episodes I have with guests, and smarter ways to build a passive income. Also, if you'd like to connect, please connect with me on LinkedIn. I'd love to hear from you, what resonated, and if you have any follow-up questions as well. With that, please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of Path to Passive. We love connecting with our listeners and those on the path to architecting their wealth and improving their lives. Feel free to let us know what topics you'd like to see in future episodes. Get in touch with us through email or Instagram. See you next week for a new episode.